inside my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi, everyone, and welcome once again to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. It is week number 2 of the 2023 high school football season with the Sandusky Blue Streaks hosting the Fremont Ross Little Giants. And man, it is just fun to get these guys together again. Fremont Ross with a brand new league this year that we'll tell you about here in just a couple of moments. But first,
Game of the week, let her roll. Hi, Mom.
Keep rolling.
I did love you. Miss you, Mom.
it's nice that he remembered Dad this time, too. Here's your pregame, which is brought to you by Baybell Restaurant, the Bayview Center, located in Bayview. Well, it is time once again to get the home season underway for the Sandusky Blue Streaks, a series that is like the third longest running series in the state of Ohio. Great rivalry that is right now being controlled by Sandusky 58-49, and there have been 8 ties. Here comes your fan of the week for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield.
I tried.
Oh, I know. You're doing a great job.
Former high school principal Dan Pajali,
Go Streaks.
You got it.
along former English teacher Liz Pajali right behind him. So, boy, great to see the Pajalis there, and of course, parents of head coach Lucas Pajali. And that's your fan of the week, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. And boy, this one almost brings a tear to your eye when you see the memorial here for Jim Corso, an old number 63. Still a friend that'll be long remembered around the Sandusky area for sure. And of course, the Burgers and Dogs, just a scent of high school football. It's in the air and it's official when the band makes their first entrance of the season. Well, Sandusky, heartbreaking loss in week 1 to Oregon Clay. 33-32, losing on an extra point with no timeout left on the clock. It's as close as you could come to pulling one off. And of course, the play that tied the game when their quarterback was falling to the ground, back to the ground, facing the air, and he just threw a duck up into the air from the 7-yard line. And it came down in the arms, of course, of one of the Clay receivers in the end zone, spelling defeat for the Streaks in week 1. So hoping for better results against their arch rival Fremont Ross Little Giants in week 2 of the season. These are dugouts that, about a week, several days later, would be totally filled with water. That's with the stadium for a day or so. Commissioner Dave Waddington advertising how great the popcorn is at Strobel Field. I was going to say he had to know that camera was bugging right down his nostrils there, and there had to be a comment coming sooner or later. Fans all gathered at Strobel Field. Nice crowd on both sides of the field for this football game. Fremont Ross lost their first game of the season as well, falling to an outstanding Tiffin Columbian Ball Club, 41-14. So both these teams looking for their first victories of the 2023 season. Tommy Laughlin at the beginning, Tom Laughlin in the stands, and the Blue Streak Marching Band also in their summer outfits on this beautiful night for football at Strobel. Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium, the site of the home opener for the Blue Streaks for 2023. And Jason Henlin to make his first home appearance of the season for the Blue Streaks. And he missed all of the off-season, basically. Made his first appearance at all of this season in the first game against Oregon Clay. And didn't do too badly, completing 62% of his passes altogether. 149 yards, but unfortunately threw for a couple of interceptions. That was the down spot of that opening night, but showed that he could be a real threat running the football as well, and that's what we'll be looking at. We were very curious in week 1 to see how hesitant he would be because of that leg injury he sustained, but looked pretty good, and he's going to look pretty good in what you're going to be seeing coming up here in a few moments. Your pregame for Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, located in Bayview. Hang on, your opening kickoff is coming up in just a few moments on TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Well, what a great look at the shoreline of downtown Sandusky. Heart-Tongue Title, ready to bring you tonight's first quarter of action between Sandusky and Fremont Ross. Heart-Tongue Title, proud supporters of local athletic sports for youth for many, many years, and now turned into decades. There's head coach Lucas Pajali getting ready for a home opener for the Streaks in his second year of leading this Blue Streak football team at his alma mater. Those blasted Fremont Ross uniforms are from the press box. Forget it. You can't see those numbers. An onside kick to start the game. Oh, don't they look so pretty, though, when you have those up-close shots? From a distance, you can see a little ragged start for this game as far as penalties are concerned. Ball tipped down at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. And then Jamarian Alexander unable to get outside the end and bumped for a loss of 3 to make it 3rd down and 13 for the Streaks on their opening drive. And the snap came before everybody else was ready. So you get a false start. Make it 3rd down and 18. Bombs away and almost. It was Amir Aaron who almost made a circus catch between the Fremont Ross defenders. Not a badly thrown ball either as we take a second look here for Matthews Ford. Aaron up. Man, so close. From the look on of a reaction from Amir, it's almost like, give me that thing again. I want to give that a shot. 4th down and 18 all over again. Make it 4th down and 13. Or 3rd down and 13. Now it would be 4th down and 4. And the Streaks decide to go for it. Pick up 3, but 1 short of a 1st down. So Fremont Ross would take over on downs with great field position on their own 46. This is Carson Caden, a junior quarterback at 6'1", 219 pounds. He has an enviable task of trying to replace a legend at quarterback, Caden Holmes.
Run, 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 run! Here we go! Here we go! There we go!
It was actually Garza taking the snap that time and handing the football off as the Little Giants go with a little trickery, but it ends up being just a simple straight run forward. Landon Parker first in to make the stop for the Streaks with a little bit of help from Denarius Walk as well. The Fremont Ross running back, Tyrus Brown, a sophomore at 5'7", 145 pounds. You'll see throughout the night the Fremont will run in and out with several different backs.
Ball, get on it, yeah! Ball!
That ball pops loose from the grip of Carson Caden.
Money down! Nice!
Little Giants end up falling on top of it and end up with a 3rd down and 11. Boy, you think you got him right where you want him, and there goes Carson. I think when he broke through the line of scrimmage, there was nobody home to stop him, and he goes all the way downfield to the blue streak, 26-yard line, and a gain of 29 yards. Watch this when he burst through the line. So you look again for Matthews Ford. The rush is there, and as soon as he gets through that line, he's got nothing but open territory until the defensive backs start angling him toward the sidelines. So it takes it all the way down to the blue streak 26-yard line.
Back up. You got deep, deep.
Bruising run into the line that time by Caden. Picked up 6, 2nd down and 4 on the 20. As we go back and look once again, look at all the Fremont's fans in the stands across the way. It's sun shining right in their eyes, and it's tough to see over there. Wow, man. Tough hit right there made by Dre Campbell to stop him after 6. So it'd be 2nd down and 4. Watch Braden Sarter. Man, you mishandle that ball, he's going to be all over you like glue. Loss of 7 on the play to make it 3rd down and 11. Sarter has such a great night on opening night up at Oregon Clay. This is called Bringing the Heat, where Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration, established back in 1889. It's a perfect definition of bringing the heat here. Mishandle the snap, and Sarter, sorry, ain't going nowhere. So now the Streaks have them again faced with 3rd and 11. They had them 3rd and 11 last time, and Carson ran the ball for 29 yards. Now 3rd and 11 at the 27. Sarter, I can't hear you guys over there. That's Bringing the Heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated, located on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky, just south of 5 Points. So again, 3rd down and 11 for Fremont Ross. 6th play of the drive coming up. And for Fremont Ross, gold. For the Blue Streaks, disaster. So twice in that drive, the Streaks had him with 3rd down and 11 and failed to hold him both times. 2nd time, a touchdown for Jadrian Brown, a 5'9", 145-pound junior. This climax is a 6-play, 54-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock. Streaks fall behind in this ball game, 6-zip. Fremont first to celebrate in this one. Extra point kick for Stephen Ryder. True to the mark, and the Little Giants with a 7-0 lead at the 8:13 mark to go in the first quarter. On the return for the Blue Streaks, it's Xander Young. Second series of the night for Sandusky starts on their 45, and Jamarian Alexander picks up 4 out to the 49. A quarterback draw from Henlon. The feet taken right out from underneath him on the far side by Owen Shanahan. A yard shy of a first down on the Fremont 46-yard line. Henlon with nowhere to go. And that's a little giant stop right there, which will set the Streaks up with 4th down and 4. Gambled on 4th and 4 earlier, didn't work, gave up a touchdown. Not willing to gamble this time. Ball's going to go downfield to the 17-yard line, where it's first down for Fremont. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting us here at the North Coast Game of the Week. Matthews Ford, Cook Aluminum, Hermes Parker Concrete, Noble Fund, Schmid Architects, Steinemann Hafner Insurance, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnomes Podiatric Medicine. Giants starting from their own 17, and on the first play from scrimmage, Tykel Patterson finding room up the visitor sidelines for a 28-yard pickup out to the 45-yard line. So much for field position. That was one of the many spots that confused us in this game. The whistle blows just before the ball is snapped, and then, let's just leave it alone. Ball slung by Castro. That was a great hit by Landon Parker. Yeah, you can hear the defensive coaches on the sidelines. That's what I want to see. Ball arrives. Let's give him a shot. This is your pancake play of the game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House. The $10 gift card going out to Landon Parker. Delivery by Caden Carson right there, and man, Parker just the cause of that incompleted pass. As that ball hit the ground, ball ruled incomplete, and that is your pancake play of the game. Nice job, Landon Parker. It's brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. Best pancakes anywhere. Fake jet sweep, and Carson holds on to it and didn't get much. 3rd down and 9. And a false start is going to make it 3rd down and 14. So here we go again, another 3rd and long. This time, Landon Parker to the rescue. Boy, how many times have we called his name already? Bouncing back in off an injury. Didn't play week 1, but really making a mark here in week 2. Streaks will take it all the way back on their 14-yard line, starting this series. Wow. No running room whatsoever for Parker that time. Looking at brand new Sandusky uniforms also, the first time Streaks have had new uniforms since 2012. The lightning bolts are back on the sides of the pants. And you can see Alexander saying it's only 1 yard to go, let's go for it. Well, they didn't make it on 3rd and 1, so we're not gambling on 4th and 1, and Donovan Gant will kick it away. Ross back in possession of the ball with a 7-0 lead and 1:53 to go in our first quarter, as you see on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Just a yard for Brown on the play, 2nd and 9 on their own 47. Almost a great defensive play for Quentin Harvey. Sophomore had 8 tackles in week 1. We'll take another look for Matthews Ford. Catch or no catch, you make the call. No, unfortunately, he didn't get quite under it all the way. It's a great attempt by Harvey. And that time, Carson contained for a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 4th down and 11, and Fremont Ross has to kick the football away. Ball first touchdown on the Blue Streak 18-yard line. Signs of good business up next. Please support these local area businesses in return for their supporting us here at the Game of the Week. Brady Signs, Bay Bell Restaurant, and the Bayview Center Bait Shop. Noble Axes, J Bistro, S&H Blinds and Floors, Pizza House West, play fake, Henlon up top. Completed pass for Dre Campbell. Campbell picks up 12 for a first down out to the 30. This looked like Campbell saying, hey, they got my face mask here. Throw the flag. Just kind of had him by the neck and tossed him down, but either way, Blue Streak first down as we end up the first quarter with Fremont Ross, the only points of the ball game, scoring on their first drive of the night on a 6-play, 54-yard drive and a 27-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down and 11. So go to the second quarter with Sandusky trailing 7-0. Hang around. There's lots more to come on the North Coast Game of the Week. Are you ready for the second quarter? Out on to Lake Erie we go as we have our second quarter sponsored by the Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and lots of BS facts. That's the most fun part of the whole deal. Check them out, the Old Fish House, located in Huron. See, that boat can't get there fast enough. Second quarter to start with Sandusky trailing 7-0 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Goes Jamarian Alexander to a nice hole and a pickup of 17 yards out to the 47-yard line. Another look for Matthews Ford. Nice inside move by Alexander right there to pick up a few more. Now Denarius Walk, that quick hitter over the middle for 10, and another Blue Streak first down for the Fremont 42-yard line. Yeah, that's not what we were hoping for. Little Giants playing opportunistic football and covering up a first down or the fumble on the 35-yard line of Sandusky. So great field position again for Fremont Ross. They've had the upper hand as far as field position is concerned in this game just about the whole time. And now the Blue Streak defense really on the spot with 10:41 to go in the second quarter and trailing 7-0. Ouch. Ouch. So you want to play football, do you? Talk to Amir Aaron about it. This quick toss out into the flats, and Aaron read it well and put the hammer down. Phew. Tyrus Brown, I'm sure, felt that one. And, you know, the thing is, Amir Aaron is 5'9", 160 pounds, but he uses every bit of that body and frame to put it into the opponent. A toss is to Tykel Patterson to bring up a 3rd down and 2 on the Blue Streak 28-yard line. Determined Corian Martin holding him short. It's 4th down and 2. Carson throws to Patterson. They need the 26, and they just barely got the 26-yard line for a Fremont 1st down.
Fucking Logan! You're good.
2nd down and 5 on the 21.
Corners alert! Corners alert!
Play fake, and then Caden hanging on. You saw a penalty flag stream in right there at the end of the play, and that results in a big holding call against Fremont. Going to look again for Matthews Ford. There's where the flag pops in. And that's going to mark this play back to the 31-yard line, where the Giants would have to go now with 2nd down and 15.
Landon, watch line!
It's another one of those whistles that really didn't mean anything. Incomplete pass makes it a 2nd down. Corian Martin again leading the defensive charge. So we look at our team play of the game, brought to you by Tarina and Team at Berkshire Hathaway, Tarina Sidoti Realtor. Live, laugh, love, and list. That's a good one. It's your team play of the game for Tarina and the team at Berkshire Hathaway. Making life miserable right here for Caden Carson. Corian Martin and Braden Sarter teaming up for that tackle. It's your team play of the game for Tarina Sidoti Realtor, Tarina and Team at Berkshire Hathaway. Home Services, professional realty from Tarina and Company. There's the boot downfield by Braylon Garza. And a pretty nice looking return for Amir Aaron. It's all the way to the Fremont 45-yard line. So now the Blue Streaks have some field position. Take another look at the boot by Garza. Nice bounce to Aaron, who gets by that first wave of would-be tacklers, past 7 of them right there. One that would get him just beyond the midfield stripe. So your Civista Bank scoreboard remains unchanged since the first drive of the night for the Giants, as they lead it 7-0.
Number 7.
False start against the Blue Streaks. Makes it 1st down and 15 at midfield. Henlon will throw that one to Xander Young. And the reverse to Aaron. Snuffed out awfully well by the Fremont defense.
We just talked about it, right?
Pretty well drawn up play. But Fremont had great patience on the backside defense. And right there to stop that play for very little. It's a great job on defense by number 6, Jace Freimeyer. Little Giants will start this one out on their 38-yard line. Still with a 7-0 lead. Carson Caden with the incomplete pass. Going to pick up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And now you're looking down at a punting situation for the Giants and a block by the Blue Streaks. And the recovery made by number 51, Logan Aaron. There could be the big play the Streaks are waiting for to get them going. This is your play of the game brought to you by Civista Bank, who is focused on you. Right now, all eyes focused on the Fremont punter as Denarius Walk with great penetration through, knocking that ball down, covered up by the Blue Streaks and Logan Aaron on the Fremont 32-yard line. So now can the Streaks take advantage? Down 7-0. That's your play of the game brought to you by Civista Bank. They are focused on you. Civista Bank. Pickup of 3, and now Amir Aaron in the end zone. Beat the Fremont defense badly. Boy, that ball couldn't come down fast enough for him. Please get in my arms before I run out of the end zone.
What they talking about?
And Hanlon laid it right there to get the Blue Streaks back to within 1. It's a 29-yard pass completion, and the blocked punt leads to the first Blue Streak score of the ball game. Henlin certainly laid it out there, and Aaron with the defense beat badly. Just enough time to get both feet down in the end zone for 6, and it's a 1-point ball game. Will Thomas for the extra point attempt, which is good. And the Blue Streaks tie the ball game at 7 with 5:02 left to play in the first half. Jadrian Brown on the ensuing kickoff all the way down the field. However, there's that however that the Fremont fans didn't want to hear, because there was a penalty that would call this one back, but nonetheless, it doesn't take away from what Brown just did, taking it from the right side of the field all the way across the field through the wide open spaces. I think in the background you could see the hold. At least I saw one that looked like a hold against Braden Sarter, who was the victim, being held. And that's right where the hole was. So that was a big call by the officials, which gives Fremont the ball on their own 33-yard line. Another nice hit by the Blue Streak defense and Landon Parker. After an 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2, now advances out to 3rd down and 1. So you look at the scrum out at the 41-yard line. Well, that's the young kid we talked about last week at Oregon Clay. Number 84 is Bryson Fleming. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting us here at the North Coast Game of the Week. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises. Wake Up and Waffle. Cold Water Company. Schmid Architects. Shorehouse Tavern. The Crimus Company. Pizza House West. Seven tie on our Civista Bank scoreboard between Sandusky and Fremont Ross. Fremont having to kick the ball away on 4th and 3. And after this return gets done by Amir Aaron, he's out of bounds on the Sandusky 43-yard line. And Lucas with some instructions for the offense. Intended for Alexander on a post pattern down the middle. 2nd and 10. Alexander. Carries left side into the line for 12 to make it a 1st down out on the 45. That's Amir Aaron. Go ahead, try and get me down. Took about 4 guys to get him there. After a pickup of 7 and a 1st down for the Streaks down on the 33-yard line of Fremont. Conserving time, trying to get on the board. Well, hello. You're not supposed to be texting. You're supposed to be taking shots, man. Nailed. Clueless.
He didn't catch me that time.
Henlon checked it down to Alexander, and it comes up incomplete. And now watch Henlon. Here's what he's doing so well for having an injured leg throughout the preseason. Knows to get to the sideline, too, to conserve that clock with 1:27 left before halftime. Go out of bounds, stop the clock. And then comes disaster. It's Carson Caden, the quarterback, also playing defensive back for Fremont Ross. Henlon on the toss, but didn't see Caden coming in from the far side, who stepped right in front of that ball and picked it off and went the other way, and gets the ball back for Fremont on their own 27-yard line. Second down and 10, Tyrus Brown carries for 6 out to the 33, where it's 3rd down and 4. Michael Patterson for 7. It's a 1st down for the Giants on their own 40. And with Caden nowhere to go, again, Landon Parker, who's been all over the place on defense. I'll tell you what, this kid has a nose for the football. And Fremont would just decide to run the clock out after Landon Parker does this. Jarring hit by the Blue Streak Jr. One half in the books, each team with 7 points. The grudge match continues with our second half coming up next. Halftime up next for Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, located in Bayview. Third quarter coming up as the Blue Streaks and Fremont Ross Little Giants tied at 7-7 in this great high school football rivalry.
Yeah, they might hold
There's your Sandusky Bank scoreboard. Fremont would get the ball first in the second half. Jay Henlon doing a little preparation work the second half with head coach Lucas Pajali. And look at the Sandusky sidelines as we get set to go in the second half with Will Thomas sending the ball on a line drive downfield where it is bobbled around and then scooped up. And returned out to about the 26-yard line where Fremont will go on first down. Ball thrown far side for Brown. Jadrian Brown out of bounds after 7-yard pickup, second down and 3. And now first down and 10. First down number 7 for the Giants out to their 48-yard line after a 15-yard pickup by the quarterback. Dragging him down is the Blue Streak Xander Johnson. A third down and 2. And look at the quarterback. Carson Caden found enough room through the middle to break it into the secondary and run 44 yards for a score. These third down plays seem to be poison for the Blue Streaks in this game. Scored on 2 3rd and 11s in the first half. And now on a 3rd and 2 to start the second half, and the Little Giants' first series of the second half jump right on top, 13-7. Extra point attempt on the way by Reiter, and that makes it a 14-7 Little Giant lead. Folks don't look too happy, do they? Here's your Sandusky Bank scoreboard. Sandusky to get the football back. It's going to the far side and going out of bounds. And the Streaks would end up starting on their 40 and get a 7-yard run by the quarterback Henlon to make it second down and 3 out on the 47. Jamarian Alexander nowhere to go, and he'll be down with a 6-yard loss. Make it third down and 9, and then Henlon with nowhere to go. And an 8-yard loss, and all of a sudden it's fourth down and 17 after second down and 3. Here comes a North Coast moment brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio.
This is Doug Maximus. Look at him go.
Look at here. You got the Dock Dogs.
Hit the brakes on the end on that. Wait. Okay.
Their performance at the Sports Force Parks east of town. It's pretty cool stuff. Can you do that? Well, he couldn't either on that one, but I mean, it would have been a pretty good try. I think we need a new thrower. Fun stuff. That's your North Coast moment for Shores and Islands, Ohio. The Dock Dogs. Fremont starting on the Blue Streak 41-yard line on this drive. And again, a steady dose of Carson Caden here in the second half. That's a first down on the Blue Streak 31. Caden again, this time for 7. It's almost like they found something at halftime that they wanted to explore. And it's working so far here in the second half. Caden that time dragged down after a 2-yard gain to make it third down and 1. Great job by the Blue Streak D on that play. 3-yard loss. Tyrus Brown makes it 4th down and 4 on the 25. Well, it happened again. 3rd and 11, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 2, and now 4th and 4, and a 25-yard touchdown pass to Jadrian Brown. Nothing fancy here, just a little swing pass out into the curl zone, right outside the 22, and he runs it the rest of the way in for a score. And the Giants now have a 2-score advantage, leading this one 20-7 with 4:12 left in the third quarter. Extra point true to the mark, and it's now a 21-7 advantage. So the Streaks need to come back now. Amir Aaron returns it out to the 35. Xander Young on the pass completion, near side of the field. 2nd down and 3. Landon Parker. Hey, what, he knocked the Fremont player's helmet right off his head. The running back that will dish it out instead of just taking it. Here's Alexander off a first down. He'll pick up 3 to make it 2nd down 7. Three-yard pickup by Parker. It's a 3rd down and 4 out on the 48-yard line as we look at Parker again absorbing that blow and still staying on his feet and pushing for more. It's a great determined run by Landon Parker. Xander Young on that quick little turn-in for 6 yards and a Blue Streak first down for the Fremont 42. Alexander for 6. 2nd and 4 as the Blue Streaks now in the 7th play of this drive, putting something together, trying to work their way back from a 21-7 deficit. Third down and 6 coming up for the Streaks. Ball batted down and incomplete, would be 4th down and 6. A bomb and some miscommunication because nobody went deep. The ball did. Fremont gets it back from their own 38. A gain of 7 yards. Will make it 2nd down and 3, but not before our 4th quarter begins. Can the Blue Streaks come back? Down 21-7 against their arch rival to the west. Stay tuned. Find out what happens next on the North Coast Game of the Week. Majestic shot from the bay at the Coal Docks. As we bring you our 4th quarter, brought to you by Restore Pro, Disaster Cleanup and Restoration. Boy, have they been busy lately. Woof. All right, here we go. Civista Bank scoreboard, not a good one for the Streaks, but still 1 quarter of football to go. Fremont facing a 2nd down and 3, and now a 1st down and 10. This is their 11th first down of the ball game at the outset of the 4th quarter. Nice job by Xander Johnson. 2nd down and 10. Yeah, just in the left-hand part of your screen, you see a flag row in there for a holding, which makes it 2nd down and 20. They gained 9 of that back. And a little hobble time for K'Ron Ware of the Blue Streaks. The leg just kind of locked up. A little Charlie horse or something there is.
There we go, there we go. Good pressure, good pressure.
Carson Caden with no room to run. And it sets up a punting situation for Fremont. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Daly's Pub, UBS Financial Services, Fidelity National Title, Leslie Murray Law, The Landmark Kitchen and Bar, Luco, comebacker to Xander Young. And now Henlon on the loose. Bumped out of bounds by Brown after an 18-yard pickup, and the Streaks are a 1st down on the Fremont 42-yard line. Another look at Jason Henlon doing his thing. He's kind of picking his way through the Fremont defense after not being able to find anyone to throw to downfield. Does a great job of it to get it into Fremont territory. And out of bounds at the 42. Henlon looking, and finding Adric Purdy. No one found Purdy. That's a 42-yard touchdown, and the Blue Streaks are right back in business again. By the Numbers Play of the Game is up next for James Russat, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting Service. Here's Henlon with lots of time. It's flushed out to the left a little bit and finds Purdy roaming by himself down the left side. A little nice inside move here to get by the last defender and to the house. And the Blue Streaks back to within 8. That's your By the Numbers Play of the Game for James Russat, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting. Well, there was an offsides call, which changes the Blue Streaks' mind, going for 2, and Henlon carries it home to make it a 21-15 ball game. Three plays is all it took for the Streaks to go 72 yards in 37 seconds. That's called getting yourself back in the ball game in a hurry. Our second look for Matthews Ford is at the extra point conversion by Henlon. And now the Streaks are back to within 6 at 21-15. And now the challenge is, with 7:51 to go, keep Fremont from scoring. And that extra, the kickoff ends up being a not so smoothly executed onside kick, which did not go the distance. So Fremont will get it from 5 yards back. Streaks have to kick it from the 35. And the Little Giants return it to their own 35. Near disaster for the Streaks right here. big tackle made downfield by McIvion lately, and you'll see why coming up. But that's good for 52 yards all the way down to the Blue Streak 13-yard line. Now Wilfredo Alejo makes a stop to make it 2nd down and 12. And then Xander Johnson makes it 3rd down and 18. Hayden on the run. Blue Streaks with a stop. Now 4th and 15, and the Little Giants would decide to go for a 35-yard field goal. And this is huge because if the Giants convert, it would be 24-15, which is a 9-point margin of difference, which means the Streaks would have to score twice. And the kick. Nope. So the Streaks still alive from their own 20-yard line. Still 5:10 left to play. Originally ruled a catch by Alexander until you see this little thing called a conference, and that always makes you nervous. Tough call coming up right here. Everybody on the far side, of course, says, Streaks say, Referees all said no. Signs of good business up next. Please support these local area businesses. Capizzi's Pizzeria. Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Crush Wine Bar. David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services. Wendy's. Dockside Cafe. Cameo Pizza. Noble Crafts. Schmid Architects. Holler Furnace and Sheet Metal. Diedrich Motors. The bomb. Amir Aaron actually turning into a defender right there. And with just over 4.5 minutes to go, 4th and 10, Streaks got to give it up again. Good job by Donovan Gant scooping up that snap that was bounced back to him. Fremont starts on their 32 with 4:32 left to play, looking to eat some clock right here. Of course, ideally, I'd love to put more points on the board and put this thing away. Blue Streak defense has to get it back. No two ways about it. They have to get it back. They can't allow another score. Procedure call makes it 2nd down and 13, and then Caden gets knocked down for a loss of 9 to make it 3rd down and 22. It's your story on the Civista Bank scoreboard. Coming down to the final 2 minutes of play. Fremont going to be facing 4th and 16 on their own 26-yard line, hence the Garza kick. And that did not get a blue streak roll. Aaron trying to salvage some yardage out of it, but the Streaks are going to be all the way back on their 22-yard line with 2:09 to go, and they need a miracle. Dre Campbell for the first 5 yards of that miracle to make it 2nd down and 5. Now a 3rd down and 2 on the 30. That one looks good. Xander Young for 12. Out to the 42. And when you need someone to make a big play, it always seems like Amir Aaron is there to get it done for you. Look at this. All the way down to the 27 on a 32-yard pickup. Great catch and run by Aaron, and the Blue Streaks are alive. Let's take another look for Matthews Ford once again. With Henlon going up top, he sees Aaron cutting in from the home sideline. Fully outstretched, grabs that ball, and then manages to gain on a few extra yards, which puts the Streaks all the way down to the Fremont 27-yard line. And here's what the Streaks didn't want. 12-yard or 13-yard loss, 2nd down and 23 on the 40. Third down and 23 on the 40. Thankfully, that one wasn't picked off. Now 4th and 23 on the 40. It's all up. Here's the backup quarterback, Dale Johnson, the sophomore, bombing it long, and Jay Henlon. The quarterback went out for the pass from Dale Johnson, the backup. It was that close on 4th and 23. That would have been a 30-yard gain to keep this play alive. But look at it again for Matthews Ford. Johnson airing it out. Henlon at the other end. There he is. Clearly out of bounds. So close, but so far. And for the second week in a row, the Blue Streaks take a kick in the gut and lose in heartbreaking fashion. This one in their home opener at Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium. So Lucas Pajali once again has to get the old "you gotta hang together" speech ready, because they've got Lorraine High coming in next week to Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium to try and get their first win of the season on the board. And it will be a big one. And speaking of big ones, we've got it for you with the Battle of the Unbeatens coming up in our next meeting of the Game of the Week. 2 2-0 ball clubs get together on Campbell Street. The Perkins Pirates host Rocky River next time we get together on the Game of the Week.